Yo guys, welcome back to another video here at Trader's Journey on YouTube. Thanks very much for joining me on yet another video. Today we're going to be discussing a scalp strategy which I use to consistently get roughly around $100 per day. But just before I get into that video, if you guys haven't checked out my Instagram, which is traderjourney_official, be sure to give me a follow over there as I provide tips and tricks for trading and day traders. I'm usually there and active every day, so be sure to shoot me a DM if you guys have any questions. So let's get straight into this video. So as you can tell from the title, I will be discussing my scalping strategy. It is a very simple strategy, and usually small accounts can benefit from this. If you stick to this strategy and make sure you set your stop loss, I have no doubt you guys will benefit from this strategy as well. So as you can see here, I have the AMD chart which I consistently traded the other day, and I just want to show you the exact trades which I played and what exactly I was looking for. So generally with markets at market open, you see the most amount of volume in the markets. So it is one of the better times to trade, especially if you're scalping and want to catch these initial quick moves to make some quick profits within 1 to 2 minutes, and you're in and out of the trade. Just keep in mind with scalping, you are only in the trade for a few minutes, if that, because you're going in heavy with maybe more than one contract. You're buying in the money contracts, which are usually a little bit more expensive. Therefore, you don't want to stay in the trade for too long, as you risk losing more money should the trade go against you. So I'll just repeat that for anyone scalping. You always want to use in the money contracts. Now, in the money contracts cost a bit more money than obviously at the money or out of the money, but in the money, scalping within the money ensures that you can maximize your profits for staying in the trade for just barely a few minutes. So as you can see with this chart I have up here is the 3-minute chart, and I have some patterns which I'll get into what I was looking at and why I was looking to trade those. But what's key for me is when I scalp, for instance, AMD is one of my favorite stocks to scalp. I look for strong volume at market open, and I wait for the break of pre-market and after hour price levels. So as you can see in this particular scenario, AMD was sort of in a range here pre-market, so I was waiting for a break to the upside or break to the downside past pre-market levels. So as you can see, a key level here I charted with a bit of wiggle room. I charted a price of 91.49. so what I was waiting for at market open, I was waiting for the price to break that level before entering any sort of scalps. But I waited for the first 15 minutes because I like to wait and see, get clear direction in the market like we saw here. So I like to wait for a few, maybe up to 15 minutes to see the clear direction of the market before assessing any trades. So as you can see here, the price pushed above, it broke pre-market levels, which was always a good sign, and I knew there was some good news on AMD overall for that sort of industry. So I knew I was quite bullish on the stock, so I knew that I wasn't biased towards whether I would be buying calls or puts, but I knew that the stock had some good news come out, so there was a good chance that the stock would be going up. So after the first 15 minutes, you could see that as soon as it broke above, the price started to consolidate and it created this triangle. You could call this a bull flag, you could call this a asymmetrical triangle, and that for me was a clear area which I wanted to look at to see for a break of this particular triangle, and that exactly, it worked out perfectly, and you can see I did 2 trades with that specific strategy. So all I have here on the charts is volume and the price levels. That's all you need for scalping, because you're only in these trades for such short amount of times. Your other indicators aren't really going to help you with scalping. So as you can see, as this was forming in this triangle here, the first triangle, it was forming here on the 3-minute chart, and as you can see, clear triangle formation being built here. So as soon as the green candle came in and was formed, I already had the triangle already pre-prepared, and as I saw it broke, I waited for the second candle and I opened exactly at that entry. Now that would have been a risky play had it gone against me, but I knew it broke this triangle, quick entry, I rode it to the top. So I only rode this price roughly $1, and that was enough to make $50 to $60. So I was done with that trade, and I continued to watch AMD throughout the day, and literally in the next 15 to 20 minutes, another triangle got created here. You will notice the triangle isn't perfect, but you can see the bottom has hit these levels clearly. So clearly very bullish. I waited for the bounce. I had the triangle prepared when we got to this red candle. As the green candle came, I saw the break of the triangle, waited for the second candle to form there, and it was a green candle. So I entered at the third candle, and there it went, and I wrote it up. So I didn't even actually carry this trade on for long. I carried it into the next resistance of the triangle, which was here at 94.24, and there was my $100. So I didn't actually stop there. I saw AMD. As I mentioned, AMD is one of my favorite stocks to scalp. So I waited again for other formations. I could have even traded this, but I didn't actually spot this. But you could have seen there was a potential downtrend here being formed. Not a very clean downward trend, but nevertheless it was something. So you could have wait for the breakout of the downtrend and caught another big move. So what I actually waited for was for a much cleaner downtrend, which I easily spotted there, and this downtrend formed very well. And then at the break of that downtrend, as we saw previously and we saw before, you could have even looked at this as a downward trend and wait for the break. You don't always have to trade triangles. You could have seen a downward trend forming here, and you could have waited for the break. So you can see it happened 3 times. You just have to wait for the breakout, wait for sufficient volume, make sure there's buyers there, and you can make this quick $100 a day waiting for these breakouts of these patterns. Now, as I said, as you get the hang of this, you can start sizing up on these trades. But for me, I like to scalp with small amount of money and just quick in and out trades. Make your $100 and you're done for the days. And keep in mind, guys, $100 a day is 25 grand a year for the trading year. So I think that's extremely good if this is a side hustle of yours. But that is pretty much my scalping strategy. I know there's not much to it, guys. I know you may have been expecting more, but one of the other things I do like to do is on the day before, I like to look for good news. So if there's any good news coming out on a particular stock, that is the stock I will look to trade or scalp the following day during market open. Now, it just depends on what the news is and how the overall market is reacting. You can't rely on the news on its own. You should look to the ETFs to understand whether they're bullish, how they're trading in pre-market levels. Are they bullish? Are they have prices gapped down? You need to be aware of that to understand whether stocks overall are going to be climbing up. So I did that for AMD in this occasion. I looked at SPY was moving up. That was indication for me that we should see this stock rally, especially on top of good news. So as you can see, there was potentially 4 trades here, and you sometimes only have to look at one stock to profit for the day. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions on this particular strategy, let me know in the comment section below. More than happy to help you guys out. Just before I end it here, the Discord group is live for the members. So if you guys are interested in learning about options, getting some signals, learning about strategy, feel free to DM me on Instagram or join the Discord in the link in the description box below. And feel free to join us there as we get started. We'll have some live classes and Q&As on weekends to help any beginner traders out. So feel free to DM me if you guys want any more information about it. And that's about it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a very simple strategy, so most of you guys will be able to take this strategy on board. But that is about it. You want to make sure you may not have time with these particular trades to set correct stop losses, because you have to be in and out of trades very quickly. So you need to ensure you've set a mental stop loss or set a stop loss on your chart to ensure that you don't go below that. Whenever that price hits, you exit the trade, as otherwise your losses could add up to quite a bit. So I hope that makes sense, guys, and I will catch you all on the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.